Buenos Dias Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Here goes another one. I said another one. It's like a motherfucking smack at it. Bye. All it is, you can tell by that thumbnail. Y pobreci. Adam, 15 and a half, or 16 or 17, but not 18, that's for sure, right? Adam definitely has an agenda. He has some hate for the raza. You don't see it? I see it, but I'm going to put it out there. Some knowledge you can't get in college, because I see things other people don't. I recognize, game recognizes game, or game recognizes a lane. Now, one thing I'll say for sure is Adam was doing it. Hey, that vato was doing big things. Huh? He had AD, he had Duno, representing the Mexicanos, just a tagger, but still doing this thing as a resident. And then he had T-Rail, and he had Sharp, and he has this and that, and then the ship started to sink. The Titanic broke in half, and the fat boys went to the back, and one jumped in. Look, straight up, the demise of No Jumper has always been on the cusp of happening because of Adam's hate for certain people. Now, there becomes a pattern, and if you see that pattern, and I'm going to help you to recognize that pattern right now, then you know what's up. First and foremost, I want to say Gil had a live last night, American Cholo, and he spoke his mind concerning what Adam said about him, trying to rehash, the things of the past. And he did quite a great job. I watched it. I was in the live. I was watching. It's like, yeah, I was there. I was in spirit mode. But I was definitely there, tripping out on it. And he spoke some real classy professionalism type things. He's right. Adam definitely is a hater. Adam definitely has an agenda, and the agenda is to bash the raza on his way out. Not necessarily only American Cholo, but Duno as well. Oh, you didn't know? Well, do know. Well, trip out on this. Guard, shut up. I'm on, right? Now, Trip, Adam has a tendency to belittle people in a nonchalant way. By facial expressions, by subliminals, by the way he acts like he's better than everyone else. He did it concerning American Cholo. He did it concerning the Duno situation, the T-Rail situation, AD, even Lush. I call him Mush because I don't know what the fuck he's saying half the time, right? And of course, Poetic Flaco. Now, let's take it back a little bit, gente. When this man brought in Poetic Flaco, to what degree of bringing him in, I can't call it, or why he did this. I remember thinking, this is it. This is the catalyst of this channel falling off. This is the catalyst of this show going bad. You done brought someone with no street credibility, no knowledge of street credibility, that really doesn't do nothing just because he had a few followers on a podcast. You done brought him in and gave him the keys to run wild like Hulk Hogan. And guess what, brother? He ripped his shirt off, and all we seen was fat nipples and ashy butt cheeks, right? It just was a bad look for Adam all the way around. To this day, I still don't know why Poetic Flaco sticks around, or is even stuck around, or Adam lets him stick around. I guess, you need someone to fall back on. Now, that's when I truly thought to myself, hey man, this channel's becoming obsolete. It's becoming not fun to watch anymore. They're not bringing in new talent and rappers and having good serious sit downs and talks. It's becoming more of a reality show. It's like the Kardashians with two fat black guys and a fat Mexican. It just wasn't right. Something about it wasn't too right? But I continued to watch like others did, for the drama, for the heckling, for the fun. These guys continuously roasted Poetic Flaco, and he took it. He took it like he should. This man with no credibility on the streets doesn't know when they're playing or not. He cried, he laughed, he ate again, right? He definitely did everything that you would expect someone in his position to do. Now, when it gets to the Mexican hate, because that's what I really want to touch on, you guys don't see it like I do. Adam has never really had a solidified raza, someone that's solidified, someone that's really about it on his channel, other than Gil and maybe a few other rappers. But he's never had someone that worked with him on his channel. When he found Duno, and respects to Duno, man, I don't hate on that man by no means. That Vato did it from the mud, Holmes. He got it up out the mud and the dirt. Did his own podcast. See, Duno's world was already on, Holmes. He was already doing his thing. He was doing his interviews with the gente, and he's a tagger, man. He doesn't come from a background of gangbanging. He comes from a background of a raza, of course, Holmes, but a whole different species of it, a whole different genre of it. He doesn't come from the gangbanging, the north, the south, the prison genre. He doesn't come from that, and that's not a bad thing. But he definitely knows the streets of LA. He knows the streets to which he dwelled from, and that's why Adam chose to find someone that wasn't too hardcore, someone that he could deal with. Somebody that was already coming up, he went and picked him up out the crowd. Yes, there you go. Now, Duno, of course, it's a bigger platform. You're going to take the jale. Hey, you could build on your brand. You can make yourself be seen and known. Adam was putting him in certain positions that he would never have put himself in. It was all good until it got bad. When it got bad, it didn't get good no more, right? When it got bad with the American Cholo situation, to which Adam is stating that they all sat around a round table, he co-signed it, they all co-signed it, and they were good with it, it was newsworthy. According to Adam, 15 and 4 quarters, right? Or 3 quarters, depends on a quarter. 4 quarters is 16, right? Minus a quarter, that'll make it 3 quarters. Trip out. This Vato, trip out, yeah. This Vato decided that for no other reason as to that he was going to place blame on Poetic Flacco and leave Duno and AD to leave the volcano erupted. I said that the Gil volcano erupted. He was going to let them get ashed out while he was too busy golfing and playing poker. While someone was playing poker with his old lady, tremendously. Now, Trip, this Vato decided, to double down the other day on calling Gil a racist. He basically called him that. Now, there's an agenda here, and this is why I say it's raza hate. The first hater move was bringing in Duno and not treating Duno as an equal, not treating Duno, he's an employee, yes, but not treating him as a homeboy. I thought they were all friends. I thought these guys built relationships. They laughed, they cried, they stunk, they did whatever together. I thought that didn't all of them bone his old lady together? I don't know, to what degree of that. Maybe that was just house phone. But he definitely did, build some relationships with these guys. But I guess Adam had a different agenda. I think Duno was placed where he was placed just for the raza vote, just for the raza view. When we looked and we see someone similar to us, 150 pounds more, but pretty similar to our skin tone and our color and our people, we're going to support that. We're going to support anything raza related. And Adam knows this. Now, it's a good business move. The Vato got great business acumen. But what he doesn't have is real street cred, and what he doesn't have is that true canalismo for the ones that are around him. He uses, abuses, and uses his authority on these guys. Now, that was my first taste of raza hate when it came to Adam. I seen it from a mile away. I said, look, he's using Duno, Holmes. He puts Duno in these situations, and Duno's making the necessary sacrifices to come up. I think he knows what he signed up for, but I didn't think that he realized just how much of a punk puto Adam was. Now we know. And no one is half the battle, G.I. Joe. But one thing for sure is that Adam now is placing blame on Duno. He is now doubling down on the Gil Tejada, on the American Cholo situation. He is now letting it be known, period, that he truly believes that Gil, it was justified dropping that video. Basically, is what he's saying is it was newsworthy and that he should have never taken it down or taken it down. To what degree of language I'm using right now? Spencer, it's early. That's just how it is. Now, Gil had something to say about that. And Gil voiced his opinion quite tremendously last night. It was righteous. I didn't hear anything bad he said. But you got to understand this, and this is where the raza hate comes in. That was a planned video to be dropped. Okay? There's always been some racially motivated or some type of slight towards the Mexicans, towards the raza, when it comes to Adam. You don't see it? How do you miss it, ese? He doesn't bring much Mexicanos on his channel. I know it's more hip hop. It's more angled towards the black community. But at the same time, the brown community has always and definitely been involved in hip hop. All the way from b-boys to tagging to low riding to West Coast hip hop, gangster music, and the beat goes on and it continues to go on. And hey, you see that beat right there? It's going to continue to go on like the whispers. It's just going to do that. Mexicans are involved. Just like Bun B said, man, the Mexicans are his biggest fan base, man. They buy all the tickets. They sell out the crowd, man. It just is what it is, Give us our accolades. Give us our dues. Holmes, it's our money being spent. Adam didn't want to do that. What Adam wants to do now is cause some hurt and hatred towards Duno for that situation. He's basically trying to put it on Duno when really it was him and fat ass Poetic Flacco in the back hiding under the bush that was really culpable in this situation. Duno went to him and said, bro, they're tripping on me on the street. I ain't no real street motherfucker like that. So I be at the club popping bottles. Facts, right? But I don't really be doing it like that. To what degree doing it like that? I ain't trying to do it like that. Guard, you do it like that. I ain't doing it like that. He told him, and this Vato said, I don't care. He didn't care. He was not willing to take it down if his camarada was going to get hurt because he wasn't his camarada. All he was to him was a fat Mexican man. And that was exactly how he felt. The agenda was this when it came to American Cholo. And this is real talk, gente. Peep it out, right? Knowledge you can't definitely get in Hill College, right? Facts. Tariq Nasheed is a great friend of Poetic Flacco. Poetic Flacco swings so far. That guy's got nuts down to the toilet because Poetic Flacco swings on him. He's a true and firm believer in everything Tariq Nasheed says, right? Now, Tariq Nasheed definitely has an agenda when it comes to Gil. They've gotten into it. They went back and forth. The COON comment was made back and forth, to which it was founded and started by, of course, Tariq. He said it first when he called him a Mexi. I can't even say. I should just say it, man. Fuck it. But then they'll clip it. And next thing you know, I'm a racist. And I really ain't. Black and brown. I talked to a real one last night, 2 a.m, man. You don't even know. Trip. So, this is how it goes. When Tariq pushed that on Poetic took it to Adam. And Adam, not really caring for Mexicans and the raza anyways. Oh, hell yeah. He co-signed it. Hey, so, Poetic Flacco, yeah, oh no, don't mind her. She's 14 and a half. Look, what are we going to do here? Are we going to go in on American Cholo? To which he says, oh, he's just a YouTube content creator, not even really doing nothing. He doesn't know nothing. First of all, Holmes, any content creator that's really doing it, that has 50,000 plus subscribers, has definitely strived hard and worked towards his ultimate goal of achieving, being up in the upper echelon of YouTube. Now, I understand there's people with millions and millions and billions of subscribers. But at the same time, Holmes, he's put in the legwork. He's done his thing. He's stepped his game up. He's got the right equipment. He's got the right charisma. He's got the right topics and content. You can't be mad or belittle another guy because he isn't on your level. Because guess what, Adam? You haven't been on that level. See, Duno, AD, all them cats, they were on that level, Holmes. You just supplied the feria for that level. You're the Easy E of NWA. Can't really rap that great, Holmes, but you had the feria. Shout out to Easy and Lil Easy, man. There's no disrespect. I fucks with you tough. It's just at the same time, I'm just trying to use that, here to bring Adam down. You see what I'm saying? Hank. Now, Trip, Adam, definitely has not liked the raza. He doesn't show love like he should. Now, you say to yourself, you don't have to show love to anyone, and you're right. You're absolutely right, Hector. You do not. There's nothing in the contract that says you have to like a person or love an ethnicity. But if you're going to be in the hip-hop, if you're going to be pushing that narrative, you definitely better recognize and fucking respect the raza and their accomplishments and the way they've attributed, what they put into the mix, what they put into the pot. If it's gumbo or menudo, you stir that motherfucker. And that's just what it is. Whether it's a pata de puerco or a fucking big old piece of shrimp. Bang. Now, Adam definitely doesn't like the raza. And what he's trying to do here, and when Poetic Flacco pushed that agenda and he doubled down and he stamped it, and then it got ugly. It got ugly because the raza's not going out like that. It got ugly because the raza said, boom, boom. Let me get up in here. Oh, where's Adam? He was playing poker. Poetic Flacco, he was hiding up under the table, probably trying to give Duno a mamon. That's why Duno kept moving like this if you watch close. It was just ugly, right? But of course, AD and Duno handled it like men do. And they diffused the situation. Phone call was made to Adam, to which Adam did try to double down again. And, he was going all in at the same time. Well, like I say, 4 black brothers were going all in his old lady. And it was just like that. And that's how it is. Now, with the sinking ship that's happening, with the decline in numbers, with the decrease in value, with the channel being on the flux of the downward slope that we all have noticed, we all have seen, it seems like Adam is either doing 2 things here. He's either grasping for views the only way he can by rehashing old bullshit. And I noticed that the first thing he had to say was he had to tell the story about Gil. He had to go in on American Cholo again. The Mexican agenda. Not liking the raza. Thinking that the raza is beneath everybody else. Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you, puto. We're not, right? It's called social status of equality. All we want is what we're going to work hard for, homes. One thing about a Mexican is they're hard workers, bro. And we're going to go ahead and need that, right? We're going to go ahead and need ours. And if you don't give us ours, then break bread like Jesus said. We're going to take ours. That's just the fact of the matter, man. Doesn't matter if you've been in prison. Doesn't matter if you've been on the streets your whole life. Doesn't matter if you're a doctor or a lawyer or a motherfucking guy on the streets selling oranges. We're all the same, raza. We all got the mentality of go get it. We're all chasing that bag just like Adam did. Adam didn't chase the bag. He let other people chase it for him and bring it back to him. Damn, that's a smart white man. He did that, brother. Hey, don't be mad at the Woods, brother, because he did that gun. You know what I mean? Who do you think made crime? Right? It's all good. Now, it's funny that he's rehashing this and bringing this up and having to push guilt to this point. American Cholo was upset, man, and he had every right to be. You know, everything was taken out of context. He's being made look bad, and I don't believe that he's really a bad character. I've had a lot of people get in my life and say, well, what about when he said the N-word? What about it? I said, your favorite rapper's favorite rapper says it. I said, the Mexican OT says it. I said, Swifty says it. I said, all these rappers you listen to say it. So what if the man speaks a certain way or happens to say something? It doesn't mean he's racist. You know, I got a lot of homeboys that got a black brothers. They're like literally, and they say it, right? It doesn't make them racist. People speak differently. You know, it's becoming commonplace. It's being a word used a lot now. It's a buffer word. It's a word I said I would never use. I think it's a word that involves ignorance. It's a word that is used to be derogatory towards one ethnicity or another. I just have never liked it. That's because I've been laced up by real OGs, and I'm just going to be real, homes. We just didn't speak like that. Now, I know a lot of the younger guys do. It's becoming commonplace. It's becoming used more predominantly in language, and so be it. If my homeboy says it, I don't even blink a fucking eye, homes. You know, but at the same time, it's not going to never come out of my mouth because I'm a firm and true believer in my stance in certain situations, and I would just never disrespect a brother like that, period. If I'm going to tell him, fuck you. I ain't going to tell him, fuck you, whoop. You know what I mean? We can leave that out, homes. You know what I mean? I'm no American History X here. You know what I mean? Straight up, Malcolm X. Now, trip out, respects. This is just how it is. So I believe Adam knows that he's on the decline, and what he's trying to do is hate on the raza on the way out. He's mad because Duno left. See, Duno was one piece of the puzzle, and he took a lot of raza with him. He took a lot of people with him. So now what he's doing is he's trying to bring it back up and blame it on Duno. Duno was scared, but Duno this and Duno that. Man, Duno didn't know nothing, right? Duno knew he was going to get blackouted if you kept that shit up. And that's why he literally asked you as a friend and as an employee, bro, this video is bad. Now, let me tell you, there's been plenty of times where people have asked me about videos and I've taken them down, man, just out of respect. You're telling me this fucking millionaire vault, the porn star, couldn't take one out? Orale. You and Jimmy G would get along just fine. 2 porn stars. You might be a Brokeback Mountain situation. One never knows. But what I do know for sure and for facts is that he definitely has something against Mexicans, man. When he speaks about Mexicans, you can see it rolling off his tongue and it doesn't even want to roll. It's just something I see, and I could be totally offbeat. Maybe I'm wrong. You let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. You know, I think he seeing that he could utilize Duno when Duno left, he lost that fan base. He lost a lot of gente and he's mad. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to get Duno in a hot situation, because I've seen a lot of people in the lives, a lot of people saying, calling Duno a sellout. Duno's this, Duno's that. Man, Duno's just trying to do his thing, humps. You know what I mean? Let's keep it real. You know, the one who's at fault here is Adam. If he was a real one, then he would have really kept his employees, you know, papered up and in the game. You know, this man chose to bring in Lush. I don't know what the fuck for. I call him the mouth of mush. He brought Poetic Flocka. He is the catalyst of the decline of his company. He did that. No one else did that. Now we're going to speak on it. Why? Because there's an agenda here. And the agenda is to show everybody the truisms of Adam. Did I just make that word up? Truisms? Fuck it. I like it, right? To show everybody. Not expose. I hate that word. I'm going to expose you. Show me paperwork. That's it. You know, I'm saying you can see it right there on video. The Vato doesn't like Mexicanos. Gil, great job roasting them. And you didn't even roast them from a bad light. You just told the truth. That's it. And guess what? I've learned a long pinchy time ago. The truth hurts. Now, concerning American Cholo, I believe he should move on. He has bigger and better things to do. He's got campaigns he's running. He's got people he's helping. He's got podcasts he's doing. Whether he fucking likes me or not, I don't care. I don't care, right? But I definitely rock with the raza because I'm a real one. Adam, I don't care about you. I definitely am not a hater. I hope that you have all the money and you can rub it on your nipples, but at the same time, the way that you treat the raza, I see it, homeboy. You ain't tricking me. With that being said, move smooth with a purpose. So you need to get everything that you got coming, man. Don't depend on people like Adam to give it to you, because he won't. What he'll do is when he sees his ship sinking, he'll bring everyone down with him. And that's exactly what he's doing in this situation. He's capping on Duno and he's talking about Gil. It's funny how it's the Mexicans he's doing it to, huh? The hate is real. That being said, go out there and get it. If you like this, hit me with the thumbs up or the thumbs down. See, Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I truly believe in. And that's getting it on my own, homes. Up out the mud, fresh out the dirt. See, I'm brown, I'm proud, and I'm going to get mine, homes. I don't care who tries to hold me down. That's it. I'm about my paper, man. The gun, raza.